Hello and welcome to another Wingspan tournament game. This is my 8th game in the Wingspan World Cup and the first group stage, the Germany group. My record is quite fine at the moment. It's 5-2. I believe if I win one more game I would have at least a 6-3 record, which would probably send me into the top 3, which would help me advance to the next round. But there is 2 opponents in the way, and the first opponent is Beans on Toast, which I have to face now. So first round goal is about grassland birds, and the tray doesn't feature too exciting birds. I mean, both would be fine for first and second and third. So crane and junco are relevant for all the round goals actually. So that makes them not too bad actually. But we don't have free choice here because we are going second at the moment, waiting for Beans and Toast to decide for their opening hand. I mean, there are scenarios where junco is really good. For example, if you have one of these card drawing birds for the grassland, which would be the 2 power 4 birds, or for example white stork. I don't know if there is another card drawing bird in base game that can live in the grassland. I mean, there are tuck and draw birds for sure, but they don't generate extra cards, so but still would chain nicely. Actually, junco and central crane together also work quite nicely, because then the junco processes a card into wheat that the central crane processes into 2 points. But yeah, it's all very, very clunky. I'm not sure if I want that. The opening hand safely features no grassland bird whatsoever. I mean, there's 2 good food birds. If I play these 2, then my food supply is secured, and here's some payoff. So we might just pick one of these birds just for good measure, that we can participate in the round goals. Maybe even the crane, because if I generate a lot of food, it's maybe better than the junco, which generates food that I don't need. But as I said, we're not going first, so we don't have freedom of choice here. Only grub eaters or cavity nests, yes. Only grub eaters we don't have. We have 1 cavity nest already. So let's go for this. Actually, this just adds extra value to all the mono grub eaters. The problem is there is only a handful, or even less than a handful, really good late game birds that qualify for that, which means the early game birds that qualify I need to find very early in order to make this count. But somehow the same is true for nest box builder, because many nest box birds are forest and early game birds. I think I take the food web expert. It's not so much a commitment as it has a 2 per bird. It's a kind of a more relaxed ratio to begin with. So let's see if our opponent draws one of the birds from the tray and what may unfold after that. Seems I send them to sleep with my long pondering of the opening hand. They took food. Okay, so I have to do some calculations here. I want to play the 2 forest birds, which means sapsucker, gain food, lay eggs, play redstart, gain food. Yeah, that should be enough for the center crane actually. Let's grab it. Let's just grab it. Great crested grebe. Oh, that's a card drawing thing. I will suck some sap. Hope that the berry will be there for my next activation. That's their words. Okay, here we are. And with Buick's Wren, our fear of having to consider a good bird in the tray has been followed. That's enough wheat for all of us. Hey, something has happened. They played the Junko. I will grab this wheat. The fish for the heron. The worm for the heron. Yeah, we... Doesn't really matter much. So it's speeding up, that's great. No mice for the boy. But some wheat for the future sandhill crane. Pushed it in the water, okay. Crane to the grassland. Oh, killdeer. Well, that's good. I take it. Ooh, American Robin. So, my problem of card drawing has been solved before it even began. Yeah, if I'm able to grab the American Robin, I will take it as well. Because that will be a kind of sweet addition. So now I'm a bit sad that I didn't invest into drawing the Junko as well. Killdeer Junko Center Crane would be an awesome engine. Ah, damn you. Let me do my bad card drawing action again. I like the way it is. Ooh. American Crow. Probably also so important that I need to draw it. But it's not so important that I do the draw one card action for it. I will draw it via kill the end. If they grab it, they grab it. It's not a raven, it's only a crow. And it's not that I have problems with my food supply. Bronze blackbird, also an interesting bird. Can get rid of surplus cards that I find with a kill deer. I think I want that one and a random card. This way, this. I want to do that at least once. I will grab food now, because I actually want to activate Center Crane as often as possible. So still no mouse. Means that the heron will have to wait, but that's fine. Herons are very good at waiting. You can see that whenever you encounter them in nature, they're standing around, waiting and waiting until they stop to. So I might have taken the crow to deny their food supply actually, but I wanted to build my own engine, not disrupt theirs, so let's rather have some fun here. I won't need that vulture. Discard that egg. Grab some cards. Cards are very unnecessary. That could actually do something. So they have their third tucking bird. Which means I cannot win this round goal, but yeah. It's something I need to live with, I think. There are quite a many ground nest eggs that I need to fill for the last round goal. I think it's not too bad to play this bird, because it can go here, accelerate my egg laying, maybe return to the forest to increase my food. So it's actually 5 egg spaces are not to be laughed at. So yeah. Then I will re-roll for food, try to find wheat for the crane, try to find a rodent for the heron, move sparrow to grassland, see what happens. So they will be first next round. Ooh, the black-headed gull. That's a good bird for them, I think. It's a bit late, though. I haven't seen any bird for this bonus card, by the way. But also not for the other bonus card, so it's not a big deal. 5 brown abilities, I have 6. Maybe we'll get to 8 or so in this round, depending on what I draw. So there is nothing urgent that I need from there. And there's the mouse. So I will play the heron first before they grab the mouse. Because they cannot really deny my wheat as long as there is some left in the tray, in the feeder. Oh, they don't have the food for the black-headed gull, right? They need to lay eggs again to obtain it. I find it so annoying that in Wingspan there is no display of the hand size of the opponent. It'd be so helpful to assess what they're going to do. So if they don't have any cards in hand, it would be nice to know whether they're going to get food via the Junko or not. Still playing that bird now. We needed to get it down this round anyways. So let's just do it. Ooh, interesting. Well, I think I'll take the Osprey as a cheap. Oh, there's someone that I know. I would love very much to grab that one as a 10-point bird for me. Doesn't help with this round goal though, but it's probably not that bad. I can still play it next round and be happy. I'm a huge fan of the golden eye usually, but this won't work in this game anymore. You stay there. You team up with the golden eye. You eat that egg for this value, and you eat my wheat. Otherwise, the gull will snatch it and feed it to the whistling duck. You cannot want that, Sandal Crate. If they draw cards now, I will replace the stolen grub by a fish and use that to play the Osprey right away. Hoping to win the round goal doing so. They still have 2 actions after that, so it's quite likely that they will play another brown-powered bird. Why does it keep switching back? I want to look at this. Oh, the woodpecker. Would have also been a nice bird earlier in the game. So the Osprey doesn't do much for me because I will never draw cards this way. But 1 food, 5 points, and statement for the round goal is the reason that I dropped this rather unlikely bird at this point of the game. So I have several tasks for the remaining 6 actions. I want to play the blue-winged warbler. I'd love to find another ground nest bird, fill that with eggs, and at the same time feed the crane and not being destroyed by black-headed gull. This is quite an assortment of objectives. So let's see what we can do. So this way we are sort of Gull proof, and yay, we did it. We won the round Gull, so the Osprey paid off. There is a bird, and then with ground nest eggs, egg spaces. But they don't really have a lot. They have 5, 10, 12. So the swan wouldn't bring me there, actually. Question is, does the swan bring my opponent there? I mean, I will need to get food again in order to be able to play it. What's the food situation of my opponent? It's not too unlikely for them to play it. I think this doesn't really get me anywhere. So I have 5 actions. Assuming I lay eggs now and draw the swan. I will want to play warbler, gain food, play swan, lay eggs. It's actually possible. Well, let's grab that swan and see what we will do with it. You can stay there. You can build form a swarm with that guy. We draw these. Oh, that's an interesting one. So this would be 13 eggs of the appropriate type. This will be very costly. We will need to get food again and see what happens. The problem is it has sort of the same profile as the trumpeter swan, and the opponent will be very eager to steal our wheat because they can feed it to the whistling duck right behind the black-headed gull. The thing is, they might not want to draw cards that often because it's only 4 points with a cost of... Hey, they steal the fish. Oh, that's great. With the cost of a card and the food. So let's see what the feeder has to offer. There's 2 of these. Maybe they need more fish, then we can distract them from our relevant food. This would actually be enough. I could play both birds and fill up the ground nests. The thing is, if they play another ground nest bird, which renders our efforts to win the round goal futile. Then we will probably play the swan instead of the prairie chicken, because it's 4 extra points safe, costs 1 less egg. Which means that it will be greater overall. Still, first thing that we are going to do is play the blue-winged warbler, because that's a 10-point bird. 9-point play. We cannot let go of that. And that gives us another turn to watch out what our opponent is doing. I don't know what if they're how hard they're going for this round goal. Maybe they think they do what they can do with the birds they have and think they are in front by doing so. But maybe, I mean, they know that I have the swan now, but the swan they know to be not sufficient. Because they have 12 and I have 11 with the swan. So they might go for another plan and not add another ground mist. Although, not sure. I mean, they have a fish and a worm now. This could be some of these water-dwelling bonus card birds that actually might have ground nests. So the spoonbill has a platform nest, I think. The whooping crane has the ground nest, but it's only one space. Ring-billed gull, damn. Okay. So this tells us two things. They might want to draw cards again, and then they have 14 spaces now. 4, 6, 14, yes. And this means that this won't work out, right? Because I can only get to 13. Is there a way to play both swan and chicken? I don't think so, because I'll be at 1 wheat and they will sure as hell steal it. If they don't, it might work, but we would lose our blue-winged guy. We can only lay 5 extra eggs, which would tie for the round goal. So we could consider playing the swan first. We might even consider just screwing the round goal, and so they have 3 actions left. They need to lay eggs at least once in order to get the eggs here. But they could do that. They could do this. So I'm quite convinced that they will draw cards. And under this assumption, I will simply screw the round goal and get rid of my wheat, so that they cannot grab wheat from me to put into the into their whistling duck. I will have no wheat then for my sandhill crane, but I wouldn't have that either way, so if they steal food from me now, I grab something from the feeder. So I think instead of losing points, yeah, it's better to just stick to the original plan, play this 10-point bird, screw the round goal, and deny them feeding their whistling duck with our wheat. So this makes still only... This is not a lot of points then. It's 1 point, 2 points, 3 points. And they get a food, which is not whistling duck food. I think that should be fine. The good news is we still took the right bonus card, because the other alternative would be 0 points by the end of the game. This will at least be 2 points. This almost looks like a rabbit. The shape of the head and the ears, or whatever that is. Just take the top part. Maybe it is some sort of a cockatrice. A mix of prairie bird and rabbit. Seem to be confused by me burning my my own field just to scare off their whistling duck. Actually, they should now simply resort to laying eggs, because that's way more points. It's 5 points for the first action, 6 points for the subsequent. If they have cards in hand left, which they should have, actually. Also, if they lay eggs first, generate wheat. Yes, they figured this out as well. And I will just play this one. It's not optimal, but I wouldn't have had a chance to have a wheat in my supply for my last egg laying. So I think it was right to burn that with the Trumpeter's one, so as to not give them the option to do this all in one go. Yes. I'm still Not sure if this is better than just laying eggs. I mean, they get 1, 3, 5 points now, and they would have gotten 4, 5, 6 points by laying eggs. Under the assumption that they have a card left in hand. I mean, maybe they have the bonus card for hand cards that would change things. So, not much happening here. You can stay there. You can build a swarm. You're not doing this, and sorry, I don't have wheat for you. So the points should be okay-ish overall. I lose some in the round goals. 93 now, looks decent. So I tie 1, I lose 2. I have not many points on my bonus cards, but I'm way ahead on birds. Way ahead. So I'm losing 8 on that, 3 on that. Eggs, he will be... oh, it's fine. Oh, it will work. Oh, no, it's a nice game actually. Nice scores without giving away gifts. So no, not the cooperative game, still very high points. Likey. So this might have been the decisive game for me that grants me access to the top 3 of the 10 players in the German nest. Not sure though. We'll find out at a later point. So, thank you for watching. Especially if you have been so lucky to see a cut version of this video where I cut out some internet connection glitches by my opponent, which have occurred in the first round. So, apologies if you saw the long version. Congratulations if you have had the pleasure to watch the shortened version. See you next time. Bye bye.